Hello, everybody. Zionesk111 here, and welcome back to more Duchy. I've had a successful run with the Order in the last part, despite the plethora of mistakes I've made. But just for the sake of it, and because I have one more video slot to fill in for the week, I'm going to do another. But first, 4 crowns to spend on the progress tree I have. Alright, let's see here. I've got everything down here. Monastery's gonna require 2 crowns. Thing is, it's a religious building. I'll come back to that. Tithe. Whenever you gain faith, also gain 5 gold. That would be pretty useful to have as the order. Heretic's Lair. Garrison 25, lose 1 faith for each aligned building, 2 if it's a religious one. I've seen the enemies use this building all the time in Act 3, so why not I get one of my own? I've got 1 crown left, and that is going to go to Divine Right or Thieves' Hideout. Range 2, lose 4 wheat, wood, and gold, then gain 10 swords for each building in range. Perhaps I could give this a try, but I don't think you should expect me to use this building a whole lot, along with the Heretic's Lair. I think Tithe is going to be the most useful technology for the Order this coming game. I'll stick with normal. I've selected the Order. We don't have any more faction quests to complete, so this is really more or less just a free-for-all of sorts. Alright, what can I do? I'm gonna send my troops on 3 expeditions, then I'm going to build a church to get 1 starting faith. I don't know if I want to establish an outpost at some point on the harder difficulties. I think it may be necessary if I'm in a pinch. Let me get this script out of the way before I go ahead and do this first peaceful region. Hold that long piece. My crack is coming up, and I'll need to be aware of that. There's my church. Thing is, I want all these forests to interconnect with each other, if at all possible. Looking like this is gonna have to go there. I did not mean to do that. Damn you, force of habit. I'm really hoping that I don't break the record for number of mistakes made again, because I feel like I already broke that record in the last part, and I'd rather not break it again this part, frankly. I got 90 troops out of all that. Would have been much higher if not for me pressing the S button out of impulse. I'll take a ranger base for now. Better to be safe on military might than be sorry. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and establish an outpost to get me 75 defense total. I can go to either of these hostile regions, but I think I'm gonna have to access the guild to get the one with no rivers and mostly forests. Let's get a building card with garrison. It doesn't look like that Heretic's Lair or Thieves' Hideout is here, but I will take the siege camp. Hopefully that'll reduce how many enemies I'll have to fight. If I had 10 more Crusaders, this slot would be unlocked, but I don't. So I guess I'm going in with what I have. It's their barracks. Don't really have any easy or visible way I can earn gold, so... That's their horse stable. And it's gonna go right here. No buildings in the upper row. Closest building is right next to it on the lower row. There comes the crack. I don't know if you could hear a slight crackling, but that was the script I placed over on the dresser next to me. In fact, I think it flew to the back, where I can't reach it for now. Okay. I didn't put any buildings in reserve, but that should be okay. So long as I just do this. Alright, and this is gonna play out while I go get the script from the back. Start battle. Alright. Battle 1. With 40 arrows left over, so... definitely did the right thing there. Okay, alarm tower, roadhouse, siege camp. I'll do the alarm tower. I think I've got 3 axe buildings now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, including the Crusader outpost that I have by default. The gold depot is the only place I can go, and I'm gonna make a trade. Never know when I'll need that gold. Like, right now. To get me a boatload of wheat. And I can upgrade the crack. Faith 2. 2 arrows for each square in the smallest connected area. I'll unlock this slot. I will get the... Which building do I want? I'll get the siege camp and see if I can reduce some of the hostilities within their siege camps, or preferably the mercenary camp. I'll have 100 of my troops build a church for 2 starting faith. And we're ready to go. Starting with one of their siege camps right off the bat. Want to place it just outside of their range to be safe. I'll hold that. There's the crack. It's just forest and plain. It's just forest and rivers. This region. There's my siege camp. My mercenary camp is gonna go on top of that. This piece will go right here. Yep, slotted it in there good. I can't really get that last forest piece in there. Especially with my siege camp in the way. Okay, so... masterful planning. $83 arrows left over. Great. Farm, kindling, charcoal kilns. I'm gonna reroll. Another Crusader outpost. Prison sounds a bit tempting, since it's a sword building. Let me upgrade my Holy Crusade before I forget about that. But I still want more Crusaders so I can have a better chance at unlocking more slots and in turn defeating the dungeon at the end. Maybe I can work with more axes. On the condition that that gets upgraded soon. Let's go to the wood depot. Make another trade, and head off to this hostile region. Has an even split between plain and forest. And... I think for now I'll bring the alarm tower in. Can see what it'll do against the mercenary camp, strategic pavilion, and the training camp. Okay, so that's my alarm tower. I'll have to do my best to place any enemies I have in alignment with it. Like this one. That's their strategic pavilion. I'll hold it in reserve for right now. And I think it's okay to... Wait, arrows are strong against axes, aren't they? Good thing I thought about that just in time. There's my siege camp. I can hopefully get that training camp in there. Kind of tempting to get my strategic pavilion down there just to have its units reduced. That's exactly what I did anyways. Training camp can go... I don't know where it can go, I just placed it in reserve for right now. There comes the Crusader outpost. Okay, the training camp will go right near the siege camp I have. Okay, it's not in alignment of any of the enemy buildings, at least. Which is good. And that should be that. 46 arrows is pretty good for the setup I have. And... actually, no. I'm gonna be sending... axes into swords. Then what's left can pick up these axes, go into these arrows, then take out the rest of the enemies. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna stand a chance. Okay. That brings my Crusader total up to 194. Fluvial Guard, no mercy. Terraformers. I've been failing to consider to place an enemy in reserve these past few rounds, I'm noticing. So maybe no mercy would be the right choice for me to make here. Okay, trading fair or port. Go ahead and upgrade this Crusader outpost while I'm thinking about what I want to do. I'll go ahead and upgrade the siege camp as well while I'm thinking about my options. I'll go to the port and refill defenses. Okay, that looks about halfway. Though not truly sure that is. I'm just 6 Crusaders short of unlocking the slot. What a bummer. I feel so tempted to build a church right now. Or maybe I could plunder a village and get some more resources. I think I'm gonna take out the alarm tower and bring in the ranger base. That might work. Though I still want to upgrade something else to be on the safe side. That's pretty much all I can do. No Mercy can be upgraded to get me 150 gold when I end a combat round without having an enemy building in reserve. And with that, I think we're ready. I got their rally point up right off the bat. And there comes my crack already. Place their rally point down right here. Wooden fortress above it. Thing is, that's my ranger base. This is their strategic pavilion. It's calling for adjacent military buildings, but the church is not one of those buildings. This is gross. You know what? Maybe I can take it. You know what? If I have to, I must. Ranger base is calling for connected force pieces. Oh dear, I hate so much of this. I don't know if I'm gonna lose already, or... why? Siege camp, there it is. Gonna remove some units. Actually, all units from the strategic pavilion. Huh. Okay, the siege camp is still gonna have range to take out the units in this strategic pavilion. Like so. It's looking like I don't have any enemy buildings in reserve, so should be safe to do that and end the round right then and there. Yep, got the bonus from No Mercy. And arrows will take out these axes. What's left will go into these axes. Into these axes, take out those swords, pick up these arrows, and take out the wall. And all will be fine and dandy. They left with two... They have 2 units left over. That didn't do that much damage to me, at least. I can upgrade something, but first I'll need to make a selection. I'll reroll. I'll take a vantage point. So I can have the advantage. Pardon the pun. I can go ahead and upgrade my church to level 3. And Rivers, sorry to say, but you are getting left behind once again. The university will lead me to a hostile region, which I want if I don't want the boss to be fortified. And I'll take Treadmill Crane. Treadmill Crane can actually be upgraded right off the bat, which is nice. I'm gonna have to focus on getting some more Crusaders so I can go on more expeditions and build more churches. I think 1 outpost should be enough for the difficulty I'm on. I just need to get almost 100 more to unlock this slot, if I so choose. I think I'm gonna take the siege camp out and put the vantage point in. 2 arrows for each plane or field adjacent to the connected mountain pieces. So I'll want the vantage point adjacent to mountain pieces and have plains or fields next to it. next to the mountain pieces. Got it. I'll see what I can do. Sorry, Wooden Fortress, but you are not getting any forests whatsoever this round. Hold that. It's gonna be a bit hard to use the vantage point in these conditions. That's their supply line. Don't want them to work with that. There's the crack. But I think my best bet would be to have it work with mountains. Crusader Outpost is going here. Okay, well actually either plains or mountains with a crack. Guess I want vantage point to do something here. Hold you for now. Okay, as long as I don't place any forest pieces adjacent to that, I should be good. Their supply line I forgot about. That's okay. This looks pretty ugly, but at least I got the no mercy bonus. And how do I go about this? Do everything possible to drive away these units. That was definitely not what I had in mind. Maybe no mercy probably isn't the way to go. But at least I'm getting a taste at what the harder difficulties are going to be like. I'm gonna have to upgrade Holy Crusade. I don't feel like any of these would be particularly useful. Isolation. Do I want to do isolation or strengthen numbers? I can go ahead and upgrade my Crusader Outpost to level 3 while I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I should sell this other one. Maybe a decision will come in time. But I think out of these three, I think strength in numbers would be the way to go. I make my way towards another university. Energy card of any type. And I'll do masonry. Stone costs are gonna be reduced. Since I don't know if I'll be leaving mountains behind after I beat the keep. I think I'll go to the hostile region with more forests. Sorry, vantage point, but you're out. I'll get the alarm tower in instead, since for the no mercy bonus, you need to have all 4 of the enemy buildings on the field, and none in the reserve slot. Can't even upgrade the alarm tower yet. Maybe a few village plunderings will fix that. Not quite. How much do I need? 200 wheat and 200 gold. Far cry from what I have. But here we go. I'll need to put my axe buildings to good work, because most of their buildings are swords. I think upgrading the Crusader outpost is going to be a big help for getting more Crusaders in my ranks. Stone Fortress is going to go here, but I don't think there's a way I'll be able to avoid placing this down without getting it more units. Oh well. Got more forests at least. There's my church. My alarm tower has to be in the deck somewhere. It's still adjacent to the stone fortress, which is a bummer. I'm gonna have to strengthen a unit no matter what I do. Dang. Oh dear. I think here's where I should place the alarm tower, since it's 3 of their buildings. Well, if I must, for more units for the crack. And for the ranger base, too. Alright, that's all, folks. Face the enemy. Gain gold 3 times in a row with no mercy. I didn't know there was an achievement for that. Yet here we are now. Probably the best I could come up with in a short time frame. But still a good plan. Ah, no units left over from that. I suppose I have strength in numbers to thank for the fact that I didn't take any damage. That's nice. And... you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell Vantage Point. In return, I'll upgrade Strength in Numbers. And I'll upgrade Treadmill Crane as well. Crack shouldn't cost as more to upgrade in the near future now. Actually got the Heretic Slayer appearing for the first time. It's arrows, though. And all I have in military buildings are axes and arrows. I need swords. Never really expected to use prison again, but it's swords, so... so what? Alright. Guild or university? I'll take the university. Any type of technology card will do. And I'll do Fanaticism. And I will go to this Gold Depot too. It's reducing me down to half defense, but after I go through this hostile region, the village should be able to patch me up quite nicely. I think I'm going to take out the ranger base and put the siege camp in, since it is at level 2, which is higher than level 1. I think this should be a good setup. Here we go. Got one of their mercenary camps. 2 of their mercenary camps right off the bat. I'll hold this one for now. Put the Crusader post down like this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this mercenary camp down right here. This S piece will go down here. I think I'm gonna have the... I'll have the crack work with planes. Horse stable will go here, adjacent to one of their mercenary camps, like so. Alarm tower is pretty easy to place down. Supply line will go right up here, in alignment with the alarm tower. Siege camp goes right down here. Reduces 2 of the enemy building's units. Didn't take the supply line into consideration. Here comes my prison. That's really the best I can do, so... Obligatory 150 gold for No Mercy. Enemy units have been converted. And... I can do this. Then pick up whatever units I have left on the field once all the enemies have been defeated. $119 axes. What a great big axe. Kinda tried to do a pun on big ask. Reroll. Optimizer, wood clearer, stone cutter. I'll reroll again. Printing press, carpenter, chapel. Reroll one more time. Stone fortress is something I might be able to work with. Village. Refill my defense, please. And thank you. And I can upgrade the stone fortress. As we go ahead and make our way to the keep. I'm less than 50 short of unlocking another slot, much to my dismay. Huh. I know Alarm Tower is gonna do some work for me with the keeps and tower, with the keep and the towers that are aligned with it. Prison, I've made mistakes with before because I keep placing it adjacent to the keep, and that's no good. I'm gonna have some of my Crusaders build another church, and have what's left plunder some villages. And I got Rockin' 4 for collecting a total of 10,000 stone. Beautiful. Alarm Tower is gonna be upgraded. And it looks like that's all I can do for right now. Time to face the keep and pray. Okay, starting off the bat with the Forest L piece. I'll hold in reserve. Mountain piece. There comes the crack already. At a time I don't see fit, really. Well, one of these towers is going to have their troops converted, provided that I don't place any more buildings aligned with them. There's the prison. Don't really see anywhere good I can place the siege camp. I'll hold that. I was hoping for something good to work with. Well, it's either going to be plains or mountains that my crack will have to work with. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if the stone fortress came up. Oh wait, I don't have the stone fortress in, actually. Well, boo. This is gonna hurt a little, but at least I can have strength in numbers to make up for it. It looks like that's the end. Okay, so it's all the plains as the smallest contiguous grouping of terrains. Actually, what if I did this? It should be enough to keep me from dying, at least. Oh yeah. 2 axes left. Just barely made it. Looks like I'm definitely gonna have to focus on getting more Crusaders from here on out. I'll take the castle and wonder what I'll do with it for the rest of the run. Hopefully not so. Alright. I do have a building that works with forests. And one that works with mountains. So, do I want to leave the plain behind again? I'll try it. Seems that plains are tied with mountains for how often I leave them behind. A religious building card. Commandery is always a pretty good option. Though I can't really upgrade it yet. Stone Depot. Haven't seen one of those in a while. It would force me into the hostile region, which I want, so I don't strengthen the boss. Make a trade. Hostile region. And mostly swords with 1 arrow building. Do I dare take the siege camp out? Actually, yes, I dare take it out. And replace it with either the castle or the stone fortress. I'll give the castle a try. Noble, garrison 40. Let's see how this works. That's their hidden cave. That's my alarm tower. We'll fit snug right here. It appears I'll have to do something with forests for the crack. More troops for the alarm tower, thank you. Oh, shoot. And I wasn't expecting to make any more mistakes this part. At least it's not at a record-breaking pace. I'll give it that. Stone Fortress. Going to go all the way down here, avoiding alignment with the mountains up there. And the crack's gonna go right down here. Crusader Outpost will go right here. Don't want to risk it. It's just their wooden fortress left, but question is, do I dare end the round with it still in the queue and not risk No Mercy being rewarded to me? Yeah, I dare. Oh, it still gives it to me. Very nice. And the battle plan is... I'm gonna have to take out their strongest sword army first. Wondering if any of my axes will get turned into swords if I did that. I think the best thing to do would be this. Okay, well, axes are weak against arrows, but they still beat them despite the odds. I don't need another commandery. Guild will get me... How many arrow military buildings do I have? 1, 2... 3... Just 3. That looks like. I'll get a ranged unit card. I'll get a stronghold. And wonder what I'll do with it. Okay, they're all gonna be hostile regions, so no matter what I'll do, no matter what I do, I'll be fighting enemies. But I think I want to go to this one with mostly forests, first of all. Got enough Crusaders to unlock this slot. And... I'm gonna bring the Ranger base in. Still not enough to upgrade anything. But I should be okay, no less. They got 2 thieves' hideouts. Each building in range, it's calling for... Place the alarm tower right over here. Hope for other enemy buildings to work with. Okay, that's their alarm tower. Okay, it's only range 2, so I should be okay to put it here. There's the crack, which will go right here. Church, I'll hold you for now. Thing is, the crack is aligned with me. Ugh. I'm not gonna like this, but it's really the only choice I have. Okay, I found a way for that. Castle. Ain't no hassle. I'm gonna have to place the alarm tower right about here. I'm gonna place the prison right over here. The other alarm tower can go above this one. Okay, I still have forest pieces left, I'm noticing. The Crack and the Ranger base are gonna be as powerful as they can get. At least. There's that no mercy bonus. And how do I go about this? I think I'm doing this the right way. Am I? This could maybe work. Okay, they're gonna get turned into axes. Nice. Okay, that pretty much ends the battle. With 146 axes. I'm almost being able to unlock another slot. The last one, as a matter of fact. And I'll take Reliquary for 2 additional faith to start out with. And no matter which hostile region I'll go to, I'll have a choice of ending up at the village. It's looking like Stone Fortress is the only thing I can upgrade. Though it's not really my cup of tea right now. I think I'm gonna do the hostile region with 45% forests. If only I had another 35 units, then I could unlock this slot. I gotta choose what I want to take in and what I don't want to take in. All 4 of these buildings are strategic pavilions, so I think I'm gonna take the castle out, put the commandery in. The extra faith I'm gonna have will have the commandery be stronger than normal. I'll still have the alarm tower in for alignment of these 3 pavilions. I think that should be suitable. Starting off with one of their pavilions right off the bat, and another one back to back. That's my alarm tower. I think I'm gonna have to place this ranger base here like that. As much as I hate leaving gaps, I have to. There comes another one of their strategic pavilions, followed by my commandery. Looks as though I'll definitely have to use the crack with either the mountains or the forests. Most likely the mountains, given what it's looking like. My prison. There goes my Crusader outpost. Doesn't really look like I'm gonna do a whole lot else with the forests. I at least want to last long enough to get these 2 mountain pieces next to the crack. Just like so. Alright. Now then. They're all arrows, so I'll have to make use of swords as much as I can. I think this is more than 54. Yeah, that definitely is. See what that does for me. $118 left over. Greedy king. Have 1,000 gold in reserve. Oh. Never expecting to get that. Well, I didn't even think that existed. But, again, here we are. Do I want to plunder more villages, actually? I think I'll upgrade that in case I do. Okay, so... I don't think I want to get the Heretic Slayer just yet. I can get another prison. Or maybe an outpost. 15 swords for each adjacent mountain piece. I'll try for that. Okay, village. Refill my defenses back up to 75, the max, before I go on to the dungeon. There we go. And which of these buildings do I want to bring to the dungeon with me? First of all, let me see what kind of expeditions I can do. I can build another church and use what troops I have left to get me more resources. And then... I don't really know if I want No Mercy anymore, since this is the end of the game, essentially. I'll go ahead and upgrade Reliquary again, since I think it was already at level 2 when I got it, actually. But no matter. And... I'll upgrade the outpost and take that in with me, too. Stone Fortress I could maybe take in, provided that I remove one of these buildings. Prison is still at level 1, so I think I'm going to deselect that. I'll bring in the Stone Fortress and the Outpost, since they both have to do with mountains. Ranger Base is going to be out. And I think I'll bring Siege Camp in one last time. Commandery is still sitting at level 1. But that won't matter as so long as I have enough faith to take down the units in the dungeon. We'll see about that. Here we go. Two consecutive mountain pieces off the bat. I don't really like the idea of giving the dungeon more units right out of the gate. Here comes my Crusader outpost, which I'm gonna have to place somewhere. I paid off a bribe, but it wasn't enough to prevent a mercenary camp from spawning in. sadly. I think I'm gonna have to hold a mercenary camp in reserve, but that won't matter since this is the end of the game anyways. Alarm tower. Commandery. Up here. I think I'm gonna have to do it. For the alarm tower to have more units, at least. There's the crap coming. Should I really do this? Yeah, I dare do this. Okay, so the crack is gonna have to either work with the forests or the mountains. I just have to keep the contiguity of the terrains as much as I can. There's the stone fortress I was looking for. And it'll go right up here. Got 48 units. Great. And, doesn't look like I can place a piece anywhere I want, with the traps being set where they are. I think this is what I'm gonna do. There's the outpost. Okay, what do you call for? 20 swords for each adjacent mountain piece. Oh my lord, this looks ugly. But I don't really have a choice in the matter now. 25 axes. Well, at least it's gonna be for the alarm tower. Another mountain piece for the outpost, but that's pretty much all I can do on that front. My siege camp is gonna reduce the number of axes. There's my church. Oh, crap. Keep being just barely late on the payments, even though it's not really gonna matter that much. Now the axes got converted. Bit of a crying shame, but they're stronger against swords, so there's that. This may definitely be enough to take down the units in the dungeon. Especially with strength in numbers taking in effect. Yep. We got 99 X units left over. I'm at full defense. This run, I have to say, went pretty great for me. Got another victory, and a final score of 51,333. Alright. I think that is going to pretty much do it for this part of Drop Duchy. And I ended off with the same number of crowns I had to start with in this part. 4. Alright, so I think come next week, I'm gonna be having some videos up where I either do the hard difficulty for the first time, or I take on some of the trials, which are going to have mechanics unique to each and every one of them. I do know for a fact that the hard difficulties are... well, some of them are not going to have any... They're not going to allow you to have enemies in reserve, but I know hard difficulty isn't one of them. But I still gotta play my buildings right if I want to have a chance at making it to the keep, or even the dungeon. If I can do pretty good on normal, then provided that I make as few mistakes as possible, and I'm aware of what pieces I'm placing down, I should be okay to at least reach the dungeon on hard difficulty. So until I have a choice decided on about whether I want to take on the harder difficulties or some of the trials, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you. Bye!